Welcome on board. This video will run through setting up your NordBord Hamstring Testing System. We'll start with what's in the box, the hardware. Your NordBord comes with these parts: NordBord base unit, 2 NordBord legs, 2 NordBord ankle hooks, USB cable, wall charger, and 2 hex wrenches. These are different sizes, so make sure you hold on to both of them. Now let's put it together. Firstly, remove these 4 bolts from each leg. You can do this by hand. Now slot each leg onto the NordBord base unit. Make sure the NordBord logo goes on the outside, and watch your fingers while doing this. Once the leg is on, put the 4 bolts back in and use the smaller of the 2 hex wrenches to tighten them. Make them nice and tight. Screw your ankle hooks into the collars. No need to over tighten these, as you may want to take them off at a later point for transport. And that's your hardware set up. Now we'll set up your account on DashBord, our cloud database. This is where you'll control your team and its data. By now, you should have received an email from admin@voltperformance.com looking something like this. Number 1, your email is your username. Number 2, click on the link to create your password. Your browser will open and bring up the password creation screen. Enter your desired password and click Create. This will load the DashBord login screen. Use your email and new password to log in. Once logged in, you'll see the list of all your team's tests. There won't be any results here until you've uploaded some tests. Hover over the gear icon at the top right and you'll see this menu. Click on View Players to view and add players to your team. Again, there won't be any players here yet. So let's create one. Click Create Player at the top right. Enter your player's details here. If you don't know their knee position for the NordBord or bar position for the groin bar yet, don't worry. You can set those up later once they're ready to start testing. Click Create and you'll see your new player has been successfully created. If you have an existing player list, you can download our bulk player creation template, fill it out and upload your athletes all in one hit. Or if you'd prefer to set your team up during your first testing session, you can do this later. Third and finally, let's set up your ScoreBord testing app. This is where you'll run your tests and view data in real time as it's collected. Open up your welcome email again and go down to number 4. Here you'll see 3 links. Choose iOS if you want to install ScoreBord on an iPad or iPhone, which will allow you to test wirelessly. Or choose Mac OS if you want ScoreBord for Mac. Or choose Windows if you want to install ScoreBord on a Windows computer. We'll run with Windows here, but the process is very similar for all versions. Once installed, open up ScoreBord and you'll see the login screen. Use the same email and password you used to access DashBord earlier. This will take you to the Select Device screen. Now before you turn your NordBord on, ensure nothing is touching the ankle hooks and they're not being pulled or pushed. The NordBord zeroes itself during startup, so any force applied while this is happening can make its readings inaccurate. If this happens, don't worry, simply restart the NordBord or you can zero the device later through ScoreBord. To turn it on, press the power button on the keypad. Connect the USB cable to the orange box underneath the NordBord and the other end to your computer. If you're using the iPhone and iPad app though, you won't need to do this as it will connect wirelessly via Bluetooth. Once your NordBord is turned on and plugged in, you'll be able to select it from here. Once your device is paired, the ScoreBord interface will appear. You'll set up and run all your tests from here. Select the first player to be tested. Here's the person we created earlier. Or if you want to create players as you're testing, you can click the plus button and fill out the same form we saw on DashBord. So now you're ready to run your first test. Have your athlete get on board, being sure to be gentle with the ankle hooks. If the hooks are pushed or knocked forcefully into the sides of their sockets, this can potentially damage the sensors. Get the athlete into a position where the ankle hooks are upright and just touching the top of their shoes. Make sure they don't start a test in a position that forces the hook forward into the front of the socket. The athlete you see here is in a good position. If you haven't set a knee position for the athlete, you can do it now. Selecting the correct knee position means your athletes will be able to set up faster in the future, and you'll need it for your torque readings to be accurate. It's not mandatory though, and your force readings will be fine without it. For a more detailed run-through, see our article on selecting a knee position. This is the position the player should start the test in. Hands ready to catch themselves, body straight from the knees up, not too much bend at the hips. They should maintain this position throughout the test. Press Start to begin data collection, and you'll see the trace appear on screen. Instruct the athlete to begin the first rep and hold as long as they can, then catch themselves in push-up position on the ground. Repeat this for as many reps as you wish. The most common protocol is 3 reps, but ScoreBord will count however many you wish to do. You can pause the test at any time, then resume it. But otherwise, if you're happy, press Finish. The athlete can move on now, and the next player can get into position. When reviewing a test, if there's a rep you're not happy with, or if you think a false rep was recorded, you can deselect it from the rep list on the right-hand side. You'll see the summary scores change to reflect this. This test looks fine though, so we'll leave all 3 reps selected. If you're not happy with the test, press Discard. Otherwise, press Upload to save it to DashBord. You need an active internet connection to complete the upload, but tests can queue up and then upload once you re-establish a connection. Once the upload is finished, you can flick across to the DashBord tab to view it. Here you see the player's test we just uploaded. If you tick the box next to one or more tests, you can view summary graphs or export a test report. The DashBord tab shows you exactly what you see if you open DashBord in your browser. So you can also access this from any other computer without needing the ScoreBord app installed. Now you're all set up, so go get on board. If you have any questions, check out our knowledge base at support.voldperformance.com or contact us at support@voldperformance.com.